Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Dragon Age Inquisition. Last time we left off, we got to this place, Skyhold, it's called. I forgot what it's called, and then I look at my little quest thing. It's called Skyhold. What we have to go to the Undercroft, I think. I could be terribly wrong, which I probably am. I don't even know where I'm going. But yeah, we are here to... So what's here? Oops. So everything is on the upper courtyard. Okay. There is 9 quests here. Why is there so many quests here? I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna do that one right now. So let's go to that. Let's go do that right now. Just like right over here. The Undercroft.
Now, what did they make down here? And what can I make? Where's my other hand? Right there.
Alright, I don't know what that means, or what he said. Alrighty, so what can I do here? So I can use anything here, including the Grey Warden. Alright. Bed. Unknown. Sucks how everything is unknown. Oh, except for this. We'll change it to the Inquisition. Yeah, we don't use those apparently. Inquisition throne looks like the Game of Thrones throne. Not gonna argue with it. I'm just gonna say that's what it looks like. So it looks like we're done here. Anything over here? There is. This is shit to read. I'm in the mood to reading because usually if it involves reading, I get bored of it real fast. You might end up hearing something, so if you do, I apologize. I was just turning the light on in my room because it's very dark. Alright, I know there's also a few people who I have not talked to, and I think she's one. No, I've talked to her. I lied, I talked to her. But there is people who I've not talked to. I kind of want to talk to them, so where are they? They're behind me still. I think the door closes. Yeah, the door closes on its own. I heard it in the background. Kind of curious how we're gonna, like, fix all this. There seems a lot of work for fixing.
I need to know more about Corypheus. We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary. Oh, I'll take advice from just about anyone right now. I'm flattered. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Alright.
I'd like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages.
Alright, my headset's freaking out on me.
Survive such an explosion.
You said that you believe the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the Archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What will you do next?
Corypheus will do next.
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
We probably also crippled his
Can
army
you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the
when we like
the ancient
freaking
majesty
caused
of
like
the
several
guidance
avalanches in Haven.
Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
You know what? Thank you. That's all I want to know.
Talk later.
Goodbye.
That is probably also somewhat of a recap. So it says that Leonda is here, but I don't see her. Maybe because she's upstairs. You are not Leonda. Who the hell are you?
Brilliant,
Oh,
isn't
it's Dovin.
One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
No.
The attack was unexpected. We're all rattled.
I'm not rattled. I'm the hero of this tale.
Then why isn't Corypheus after you?
Good point. Does that make me a lackey?
Yes.
Dangerous work. I always assumed the elder one behind the Venatori was a magister, but this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of magisters starting the Blight are just that, tales. But here we are. One of those very magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus
That is very true.
one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. I have no intention of letting Corypheus win. Not without someone from Tevinter standing against him. It would have been nice if you'd helped stop Alexius. But that's not how things went. So be it. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay and help the Inquisition.
you'd really fight your own countrymen.
Southerners like to think of the Imperium as nothing but slavers and cultists. Why not? That's all you see. But it's not true. Some Tevinters are not only handsome and well-dressed, but rather put off by all that rot. So, I'll happily kill cultists or anyone who thinks a Darkspawn god is the way of the future.
What if this is a ruse? The Venatori could have captured you.
Oh, excuse me.
Rather elaborate, considering they'd need to have assumed you'd escape Haven. But I am the ideal spy. Charming, clever, perfect teeth and hair. It all fits. How about this? Let me help, and you can hang me later, if you wish. I look good in rope.
I don't see why
Use all
not.
the help we can get.
No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Roderick, that Chantry fellow who led us through the mountain from Haven. You know he died, I assume. Got us as far as the camp, and then that was it.
I'm shocked he helped us instead of running off.
I imagine being attacked by something undeniably evil changes one's perspective a bit. I helped him walk. He talked about you quite a bit. He just needed to be sure you were Andraste's chosen. He was terrified of what it meant, if it were true. But in the end, he believed. He asked me to tell you he was sorry.
It seems he was a good man after all.
Sometimes you discover things where you least expect. Anyway, we can talk about something else if you'd rather.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being
That is very true.
Vinter, you mean?
Beyond
You know
that, yes.
jack shit about him.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
You certainly think highly of yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I'd be lying. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home.
Isn't that place like destroyed anyway?
It adds to my charm.
I'm not really 100% too sure
I
any.
can do more to Vinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
What do you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful